Episcopal. This is, sorry about that, Marty. Thank you, lady. Will you get that sales agreement done? Huh? I wanted, I got all kinds of, relocating, I wanted to try to get done before the school year. No, no more. Because he's the one that gave the real lady a hard time in the, he's not grateful, but thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, 2 minutes late. Now we're gonna call the, June 5th Penn Trafford School Directors Meeting. Go to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, there is, no action items, correct?
Not tonight.
Okay, so then we'll go to, special reports. Mr. Leonard is, unfortunately, he cannot make it tonight, and I think everybody's aware of that situation. It's so sad. Okay, we'll go to the Career Tech, which is my department, and, hold on here a second, I gotta put this over here, put this over here, okay. Right, we met on, June 1st, last Thursday, and, the following items were discussed. There were 11, sponsors received $1,250 for their yearly stipend for being the sponsors for 11 different groups. Our taxes went up to, they were $94,000, went up to $101,000, $6,000 increase. They said because the value of their property went up. We hired the following people in their positions. The guidance service, guidance counselors. The person we hired was administration Heather Martin for $49,500. Vocation rehabilitation counselor Janet Odell, $65,000. Vocational rehabilitation counselor is Kelsey Rohrball, $50,000. Cosmetology teacher Erica Schugel, $54,000. Engineering manufacturing teacher Robert Pelzer, salary of $60,000. Okay. Let me see, I got that passed. The, 2020, I can't discuss that right now because it hasn't passed. The following is, 10 students enrolled in the CDL classes, which started today. Emergency vehicle technicians testing will be held on June 8th. CWTC will receive $396,000 from the Perkins Grant, which is due on June 15th. And 4 CWCTC students working with the PIC Experience Works will begin working at CWTC on June the 12th. Okay, I think I may have one more here, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, our next meeting is going to be, we have a big personnel meeting. It's going to be June the 28th. So I'll be able to discuss that, what we handled at that meeting there. Okay, that's all I have, Dr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Petrucci. I have a couple announcements before we get to our retirements. Very good news from,
Executive session.
executive session. Did you want to go over?
Oh, real quick, okay, passed on. All right, we discussed personnel, real estate, and there will be also an executive session after the meeting with the board only and central administration, Dr. Harris and Mr. English.
Thank you. Topics, some different things tonight. We just got a text from Carrie Hetrick. The boys won their very first round of states today.
That's big.
They won
That's big.
8-5. They beat Central Mountain, which was team number 1. So it was a great,
Big.
excellent
That's
job.
real big.
They will be playing on Thursday, and we're not sure exactly where or what team. but we will give more information.
Did, Mr. Marassi's son, you don't know who pitched?
I don't know who, yeah, we just got the update.
No, that's, wow, they traveled all the way across the state, too.
I think that's the first state playoff game
Yeah, it's
Penn
the first
Trafford's
round.
ever won.
Very
They-
first round of a state playoff game for baseball.
The team they beat was with Central Mountain or
Matt,
something?
were they
like
not in 2000, was it 19 that they,
2016, we were in the Whitfield Championship.
right,
Whitfield's
but they
been
made
on
the
state.
states that year
Maybe it
too?
was 2019.
I thought it was 19.
They made the states, but
They-
they didn't win like the first round. So this is the first round of the state competition.
Win. And
A
I
win.
believe that team was ranked number 1.
They were,
Right. And their
what
pitcher, I
team?
think, was undefeated.
about an hour ago.
Wow.
that. Three or more wins, you're in the state, right?
That's
right.
How's that go, man? This is a qualifying round, right? I think.
No, they have a couple more games. They have about 3 more games.
Now, didn't they have to play last week to qualify? I thought they qualified last week.
They played last week. They had to win.
Well, that's true. You're
Okay,
right.
that was a qualifying, and this is
Qualifying.
actually the playoffs.
round, though.
Correct.
We're not in the quarters
Cool.
yet. Is the next round the quarters?
And I'm not sure who's my
Maybe you don't
baseball
know?
fan out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is, Nick.
They got
The next round's the quarters?
I think it's quarters.
Okay.
So if they, okay. That's great.
All right.
Coaching,
Two
too.
more will be in.
2 more to be in the finals. All right, I'm gonna shout out Mr. Vinton. He's not in the room, but he's taping this as we speak. But they had 19 nominations for Emmys, and they took 3 Emmy wins. So that's very impressive for our PT video crew in different categories. They did an excellent story on one of our graduating seniors. She had the whole front page. I don't know if anybody saw the picture on the.
Feeling.
Can't think. Phelan. What was her last name? Newman. Whole front page. And she won her 3rd Emmy 3 years in a row for the same category. So good for her. I know she's going up to Shenandoah. So wish her well. Graduation was a beautiful night. We had excellent weather. We had great night for all the students. Mr. Stover did an excellent job of shaking everyone's hands.
Shook a lot of hands.
Absolutely. It was a big, 317, wasn't it? 317?
323, I
323?
I shook 321.
I remember getting to the tees thinking, oh, okay, tees, that's pretty good.
Had to go lefty for a while.
No, but it was a nice night. I mean, amazing. Every year they do a great job. The track replacement started, and the lights for the stadium started already with all the replacement projects. It's great that we're getting it done, but unfortunately, it doesn't mean the stadium's closed for the summer. And I know it's used a lot by a lot of people in the summer, but with going forward, you also have to have some temporary shutdown. So, but I do appreciate that we're getting a new track as well as stadium lights. So,
And fencing.
and fencing
And
as well
fence.
from the areas that need us. So, good to have. We had a safety meeting today with the admin and our head of security, as well as Jim Brocker, maintenance, just discuss everything that we have in place for coming up and all of our safety trainings. We set the dates for that, so that's always good to go. We are in the process of planning on security camera upgrades. I don't know, Mr. Inglace, do you want to give out any information on that?
Yeah, we're soliciting quotes from different vendors for total K-12 replacement of all our cameras throughout the district. They're very old, unreliable. I mean, they're working, but they're just starting to be troublesome. So it's very important, as everybody knows in this day and age, to make sure you have a good security system that we can count on. So we'll reach out to about 4 or 5 vendors to get some quotes. So hopefully we'll have some decisions here over the summer and get something improved in August.
Scott, remember to include something with the turnkey, just because of technology, some of the stuff at my work, they'll come in every 4 years and update them.
Yes,
If you buy
yeah,
into that
there's
program. So
there's
ask for, I think, both
licensing
quotes.
and warranty things that we're looking at, yes.
And I appreciate the board. We have a list of needs we always need, and anytime there's safety, we always rank it high priority, and then we always get it. So when it's an issue we're dealing with safety, so I do appreciate the board's support, so thank you on that. Professional development team met today, and we're actually have everything up until next year for the last oral meeting. So we have something in place for next year, and we're thrilled to have that. Most people in the audience won't have to worry about that next year. Any professional development team or meetings, and that's what brings me to our next thing is our retirements. We had a lot of retirements this year, some really surprised along the way, some surprises I wasn't expecting, and some people kind of knew were going, but we're here to honor them tonight and for all they do. And we're gonna kind of turn it over to Mr. Inglace. We're gonna share the duties.
All right, thank you, Dr. Harris. First is Carla Galleretto. Carla, can you stand up, please, so we know who you are? Carla's been with the district since 1999. She's worked at high school, middle school, Penn Middle School, Harrison Park, McCullough, and Sunrise. So just about all the schools she's been in. She's jumped around, and I had the privilege of being her principal for a few years at the high school. She did a wonderful job, and hated to see her leave, but there's always, other opportunities that present themselves, and she jumped on it. But she chose her teaching career as a way to share her love of art history and to provide creative opportunities for students. She attended both the University of Pittsburgh and Seton Hill University and is certified to teach art in grades K-12. She commented that it is such a delight to watch the kids discover how to build an art piece with clay, and that it has been a joy to watch students develop their skills with each year's project. So we congratulate you, Carla. You've been a great asset to the district for many years, and you've been very low maintenance. You're easy to get along with. Your colleagues love you. I know your principal over there loves you. So we appreciate everything you've done, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
A few things, I don't know how this started years ago, the board always wanted to do something, so we figured all these years would go from bell to bell, battle the clock. Now we give you a clock and you don't really need to worry about the time. But I don't know how we came up with that, so we wanted to have a good memory to take with you. I won't take everyone's out of the box, because since you was alphabetically first, I had to take yours out. But I never can try to get it back in. For you being an art teacher, you can probably make that happen. And also, for yourself to go home and celebrate, so you can go home and have a treat. Or what a lot of people have done is they put this, oh my God. Refrigerator for the freezer.
Okay.
And the very first day of school next year,
I like
you
that.
bring it out, you have a piece, you send us all a picture.
All right.
So they don't have your top green and gold. But I wanted to thank you and my kids personally to have you, and then you inspired them, especially they still have the ceramics you made. I put it on top of my kitchen sink, and it's never leaving there. Like even if I sell the house, it's gonna get paid. They're not coming off there, so I still have those boys' ceramics from you, and you inspired them, and you inspired all the kids.
Thank you. That's one thing I want to say for the school board as well as the administration. The support that you give the arts is phenomenal. I really appreciated that. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago, we got the kiln in each of the buildings. And what a joy that that's what I wrote down about, that the kids look forward every year to their clay project and how I could build each year on their skills that they learned previously. And they then absorb in that same dialogue so they know what I'm talking about when we use the correct art terms for the most part, so with the little ones.
And that they do, and when we were doing the teaching lessons, the principals were looking for, are you connecting it to another artist? Are you bringing in the skills? Are you saying how this grows on something else? They always said, who's the most like Harlan?
Oh, that's nice.
They can't hear you on the stream.
Oh, my goodness, I have so many nice things to say.
About my advanced money they
You will be missed. And we'll be thinking of you, and hopefully that first day,
that's a good idea.
send me a picture, or if you eat it after school, send me a picture. I will know the difference. So, all right, thank you so much. Oh, yes, please. Carry it over. All right.
That's not the cake.
And Mrs. G,
Oh, absolutely. Here we go.
Mrs. G, my son's math is Klein. He wanted me to tell you that art was one of his favorite subjects. He would always come home and say, I'm making something that's for you, but I can't tell you. So he enjoyed your class.
Oh, thank you. He is such a delight.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, congratulations
Thank you.
on such a fine young
Thank you, I
man.
appreciate hearing that.
Thank you. And did you bring anyone with you today?
Yes, I brought a friend, Kevin.
Friend Kevin, thank you for coming for support. I always like to thank the family members and the friends and supporters, so thank you. All right.
Next, we have Mr. Overly, Ed Overly. Stand up, Ed. Come on. Ed is one of our maintenance supervisors. He's been with us since 2008. He worked with the high school until the last year, right? And so this past year, he's been kind of a district-wide maintenance supervisor, working all over the district, and actually kind of I think he enjoyed that last part of the year, something that you had a little anxiety about, but it worked out for you. So I'm glad you ended your career on a positive note. But you were a certified electrician, right, Ed? And you know, from Ed's perspective, the biggest adjustment during the years at PT has been the drastic change in technology. You know, when asked to reflect on his time at Penn Trafford, he commented that it's been a very rewarding career, and he wishes he had started sooner. In terms of technology, like we have the heating and cooling systems, the computers, and everything is so technical now. Yeah, a lot of things have changed, especially when we did the renovation here at the high school. All that technology came into place. So you got to stay up on top of that stuff, and Ed's you know, been really good with that. So we appreciate all he's done, and you know, I enjoyed many days with him, joking with him, having fun with him when I was a principal at the high school. But did a great job. So we thank everything that Ed's done. So congratulations, Ed.
You know what, you provided a lot of laughter, and when you work, you always have a good time. I know sometimes it's very hard to do what you do because you have to go in and fix something, and everybody wants to fix now when you walk into a room, and you have to have the idea, and you never know what you are going to be in charge of that day. So it's not like a standard day that you know what's happening. So you always jump to the occasion, and I appreciate it. Even taking the kids to Deer Valley and taking the luggage truck for me. 9 trips, and only once pulled over by the police. Yeah. That wasn't so bad. The record there was pretty good. So we enjoy it. But thank you so much. And you started at Green Gate Mall?
Yes.
You did, and 23 years at Green Gate Mall. And it's kind of funny. I thought Chris Chesky, who was retiring, she worked at Green Gate Mall. I worked at Green Gate Mall all at the same time. So it was just like that little connection. But she didn't come tonight. Of course, I'm the only one not retiring. So I don't know how much they paid you there, but very good. And you deserve every penny. Thank you so much. And again, all right. Thank you. And again, when you first day you eat that, send us a picture.
Next, we have Mr. Rizzardi, Andy Rizzardi. Stand up, Andy. Andy, you've been a math teacher at the high school for how many years now? 29, and never at the middle school, right? All high school, correct? Yep. Many years, and I worked with him for the 13 years I was at the high school. So we always appreciated Andy, and he's never complained. You know, he never gave us problems. You asked him to do something, he took care of it. So you know, he's always a good guy to have. You know, you can count on him when you have something a problem, and you want a team player, he'd jump in and take care of things. But we're gonna miss Andy. You know, we're gonna another half there. We're gonna talk about in a second too. There's buy one get one free on the retirements, I guess. I don't know. They're both jumping on the PSARs. But Andy earned his degree at Penn State in accounting. He spent 8 years in the field before he decided to follow his footsteps with his father and become a teacher. He added math teaching certification from Pitt and joined the Penn Trafford staff in 1994, where he has served as a high school math teacher for 29 years. He shared a funny story about a lesson on calculating tips at restaurants. A student was having difficulty with the concept and blurted, "Just do like my parents and throw $2 on the table." Is that what you do? No. Andy couldn't teach for a few minutes because he couldn't stop laughing, but that was a good one. I remember when we had the donut contest. That's what I think that's your most memorable moment. We had a Krispy Kreme. When Krispy Kreme was a thing, like 15, 20 years ago. I mean, that was it. And Andy had Lou. You remember how many donuts did he eat? In the 20s. It was in the 20s. 20-some donuts. And look, he's still in good shape. Look at that. So 20 donuts. But yeah, Andy's father was an old school director with this young man right here.
Yep.
Yep, many years ago.
24 years.
Yep. So, but thank you for all you've done, Andy, and good luck retirement.
Thank you so much. You'll be very much missed. I do appreciate everything you've done for all the math, and you was also, how many years did you coach?
10 bowling and 10 golf.
10 bowling. Did you have a better record than Brett?
I had a state championship.
You had a state championship?
I only want to whip you championships.
Yeah, anyone the Whipple, so see? I do appreciate everything you've done for the kids, and I always enjoy all the time and patience you give. I remember at the last Warrior, when we was giving out Student Warriors, how much that meant to that child you chose. because she said, I don't think any other teacher would have ever chosen me. She goes, and that really meant a lot. And that meant a lot to the mom. She said it was very nice that you saw that into her. So something that no one else was seeing, and it was good. And so I really appreciate you. You just knew which kids to pick and lift up when they needed it. So and also you helped us get a piano donated. Through that, they said because the person met Andy and through the golf and the kids, and they were doing such a nice job and so impressive that they wanted to donate a grand piano to the school. So we actually got a piano donated to Trafford because of just that interaction. And then Ed, I think you helped, or Jim Bracco went to get the pianos. You might not have been on that piano duty, so I do appreciate it. So thank you very much. I gotta make sure I get the right one. And you know what? You guys are gonna have one cake for tonight and one cake for next year. We didn't go cheap. You know, we could have did 1 o'clock. We could have done 1 cake, but why not? So thank you so much.
Next, we have the other half of the Rosardes, Chrissy Rosardi. Chrissy's been a French teacher since 1992. And I taught with Chrissy many years ago, and we talked about it the other day. Christy and I had a study hall in the cafeteria. Those were the days when we put 200 kids in the cafeteria in a study hall. She had one half of the room, I had the other half of the room, and we went into the first day and just cracked the whip and told them how it was going to be. And it was peace and quiet the rest of the semester. So Christy would take them one day, I'd do the other day, and then we'd share, and we had a double planning period, right?
Sometimes.
Some days. But that's the way it was. But now these teachers are soft. They can't do that. But the Christy has always been so passionate about French, always advocated for her kids in her program, and really, really loved the program. And like I said, she was a huge advocate for it. And people don't realize it, but she's one of the teachers that has like a million preps, like 5 or 6 preps in one day. She taught French 1, French 2, French 2 honors, French 3, French 3 honors, French 4, and then AP French. I mean, it was, and you had them all. And sometimes you put them all in the same class. You had French 3 and French 4 kids in the same room and trying to teach 2 curriculums at the same time. So you really had your hands full, but she did a great job of juggling that, and you know, it wasn't easy, so I commend you for that. But she's been passionate about the French language since high school. She majored in French and business with dreams of working for a French company. After tutoring students in college, she realized that she loved teaching and added a French education certification. She attended IUP, Pitt, Seton Hill, and St. Vincent before becoming a full-time teacher at Penn Trafford in '93. She also has many great memories from PT that it was hard for her to pinpoint one favorite. She cherishes the relationships that she has built, saying some of her students have become like family. She was especially touched last year when a student from her early years as a teacher stopped to visit during an open house with her freshman daughter to meet, her with freshman daughter in tow to meet with Christy. So that's special, yeah.
Yes.
That says something, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'd like to add something. My fellow board members, when I told you about the French teacher at Norman Senior High School, Mrs. Schreckengoss, was she your teacher, correct?
Yes.
And how she made sure all you gals, every other year you went to France?
Yes.
And you brought that here to Penn Trafford,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And that was very contagious and
Yes.
very, very positive. But I want to say, whenever we hired her, I went to Mrs. Schreckengoss and I asked. And she said, you're not going to miss this, Nick. This is right on. And she was right. You did a great job for us. Thank you very much.
How many trips to France did you take?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ask your
We went
husband.
as a family, and then I went over and visited my daughter because she lived over there for a summer program. So I'm trying to think how many different times. But yes, my senior year of high school, I went with Norwin High School, and yes, my favorite teacher ever was
Mrs. Schreckengoss. She was exceptional. She
Yes.
couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. My geometry teacher was my father-in-law.
That's true too.
But I prefer French.
That's true. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for all the
Thank
nice
you.
words. Thank you.
You know, you just well deserved.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Congratulations. And of course, you know my boys both loved you. And that's why I said you were the surprise, because when you came with Andy, I thought you were just coming for support because he dropped his letter off, and then she handed me her letter of retirement, and I wasn't expecting that. Because you were supposed to wait till Michael had 2 more years.
Yes, I adored having Matt, and Matt, I'm sorry.
Mark and Michael.
Mark and Michael, yes,
And they definitely, and they appreciate it. And Mark made it all 5 years, so
yes,
thank you.
Yes, he was a pleasure to have in class, and, you know, we kind of were the Three Musketeers at the end.
Yeah.
And we were working really hard, and it was so rewarding when there were 2 boys that took the AP exam this year, and when I came back in, I said, well, did you die? And they were like, no, it wasn't that bad, and it just melted my heart.
Absolutely.
They had worked
AP
so hard.
is
Yes.
difficult, and you
Yes.
prepare them, and you get them
Yeah.
ready. And I really do appreciate it. And all the parents of all your friend students have appreciated it, because it's not easy. It's not.
No, but it was a lot of good memories.
Yeah, a lot of good times, and
Yes.
you will be missed. Thank you.
Next, we have Betsy Sandela. Betsy's one of my biking buddies, along with Tom, her husband there, and Jim. We're all 4 of us. We bike together. We're in a biker gang. But yeah, Betsy's been with us since 2007, and she's been a nurse with us a number of years. Right at Nurse Blahovic urged you to join the team. She worked in all the buildings, finishing on an 8-year run at Penn Middle School. She's proud to have served PT and admires the Family Centered philosophy of the school district. Betsy will always fondly remember the teacher parades through the school neighborhoods during the COVID lockdown. Her favorite memory is when students and parents came out of their homes to cheer and wave as the staff drove by, yelling words of encouragement and waves of "we miss you." But Betsy always came with, she always smiling, always a positive
Absolutely.
attitude, just a positive energy that comes to the building. I know Jim would agree with me on that, but she just brings that positive nature to a situation. And in nursing situations, there's always a crisis, you know, and it's good to have somebody that's calm, level-headed, and in the face of a crisis, she can make decisions and be in a calming voice, and just it makes a huge difference. But you're that person, and you do a great job at what you did. I know Jim's going to miss you. The whole staff's going to miss you. So thanks for all you've done.
Thank you so much. And who's with you in the audience?
That's my husband, Tom.
Tom, now you're gonna have a full-time wife, or?
Retired.
And a biking buddy, I take it. And that's gonna be great. They took off, or where'd you go to? Or just all over? And I have to tell you how you came back after your accident and for biking. And when I saw you returning to work, I said, "Uh-oh, this doesn't." And then here.
I think they'll tell you it wasn't good.
What
She's
did
not
it?
thinking right.
And then here you are, and you're biking and back to normal. Yeah, and it was amazing. It takes an amazing woman to do that. And I do thank you so much, because to have a smile on your face as a school nurse is so important, because the kids are coming down there for reassurance, for some happiness, for just someone to give them some words of comfort, some peace. Maybe sometimes to go home, and sometimes you talk them to insane. You know, that's all it takes. And because you are so inviting and you gave so much of yourself emotionally, it made their lives a lot better. So I appreciate it.
When did you start? Were you 2007 or 2000?
Was I 2000? I think I was
With Jeff Schwartz.
2007 must have been.
Yeah.
We're both starting together, and somehow you're leaving. All those years I had in Catholic school, you know, I don't know. I'll be here at, Mr. Petrucci's age. That's okay. I like what I do, but yeah, we did start together 2007. So
I liked what I did too.
yeah, it's a good school district, and I say I have no regrets,
Right.
none whatsoever. And we are going to miss you, and it's very hard to replace. Because nurses today, it's very hard. I know, but to get them in their school, and we know that it doesn't pay the highest salary, so we do appreciate all your years of dedication for this. Thank you. Please enjoy the cake. And we do have 2 others, but they're not
Yeah,
here
we had a
tonight.
couple
Marty
people-
O, Francis Hollis, they signed up, but that's okay. And Chris
Yeah, just
Chesky
want to
also was
mention, we have
another.
a couple other retirees, Gil Bresler from our IT department, did our networking. We'll miss Gil. Chris Chesky, she was retired as our librarian at the elementary school. She worked in a couple other buildings, outstanding librarian and teacher for us. Francis Hollis, a PCA at Harrison Park. That's always a tough job to be a PCA. I don't think I could do it, so congratulations to her. Marty Olszewski, kindergarten teacher at kindergarten teacher at Trafford Elementary School for many years. We'll miss Marty. He joined us like in 2000. And then we have Jeannie Rush, who was also a paraprofessional since 2004 at the high school. She worked in the coffee shop with some of our life skills kids, so we'll miss her. But congratulations to all the retirees. Great job, and we wish you well.
You're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or you're more than welcome to leave. I don't think we ever had anyone stay, but. Oh, that's true. We could get a picture. I almost forgot. Can I get a picture for the paper? Thank you, Mr. Katasik. If you can come up in front of the PT Warriors.
Do I get one to smash in his face? Absolutely. You can smash.
I got it.
We went to L&I, yeah. That's the same part. How we doing this? Okay, get our better side. Get our better side. Okay, then we can get.
Hey, Brian, send him around through here. Send him around through here.
So regular macaroni and like low macaroni.
Congratulations. Good luck to you too. Enjoy your time.
Nick, send them all around.
Hi, congratulations.
Well, not every Thursday. But I know a friend from Mount Lebanon. He says you go down every Thursday. You also have? Love this shirt. Well, we go eat too. Oh, okay. No. We just don't walk. We eat.
Congratulations.
That's fine. Right here, you're over to the waterfront. You go over to the waterfront on Thursday. Well, we meets me there, and we walk, and then eat. Right, yes, the other day, yes. Well, it was just stuff that I had accumulated for one reason or another, and it ended up in my room, you know? Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Congrats, Kristen.
Thank you. I know, that's what I was gonna say. I remember teaching Brian. Yes, how's he doing?
Good.
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 Tell him I said hi.
Well,
It was a
good.
pleasure.
I
Thanks.
have two athletic
Shook your hand.
recommendations. I'm thinking have a
Yes, yeah, email it to the PT. I want a new computer and I have a session. No, he didn't, because I asked him, I said, I bought my computer, it came in on Saturday, so we're busy. So I get to start up a new one, so. Thank you very much.
next summer. Yeah, there's so many trips going on.
Well, we can switch you to Dallas.
Up to the 4th of July. Okay, yeah.
Very nervous those 2 weeks.
It's the party time for you, right?
It will be. They're going 2 days by themselves in Paris, which is yours.
No, I know we talked, because when we did our Paris monuments, and I went to Paris monuments, and she was writing this down, right, and she had all these notes.
She better be prepared.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about her being prepared.
No, she was really good, and she had everything, and I just kept telling her, souffle, and
I can't wait to see how this is awesome.
yeah, she'll be nervous as heck. Just try it, as long as you try it. Oh, definitely. I mean, I appreciate when somebody's here, and also, if you can't speak the language and you try it, you just have a whole new appreciation for it. But I kept telling her, make sure you do your souffles and merci and bonjour and au revoir, and she was like, okay.
I'll get back to you when it's all out. Let me know how it goes.
Yes, yes. I know there's one trip left tonight, going to Ireland. Yes, and I know that, there's another trip planned, so we're going in July, after 4th of July. So I can't wait to hear about it.
I'll tell you.
Tell her I said bon voyage.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy your retirement.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how did you, just over time, you didn't fall?
I wasn't ready to sit. I was just complaining to you. That's all.
Right back.
Did you do a lot over in the
You should get one of these under his desk.
Or how about here, those black ink pens? Have you seen those? They're real thin. It's just black and you have to.
That was the end of my information, but
Got that gavel. Got that gavel, Mr. President. Hold of order.
is this my?
We're in the way.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, that was the end of my information that I had. Next week, under some different topics, under athletics and extracurricular, we won't have any items. Under budget and finance, we're going to have several: adopted 23-24 school district budget, grant permission to advertise for bids, authorize payments for all end-of-the-year invoices, name bikes as depositories, authorize payments for credits earned, assign fund balance, approve compensation rates, award a bid for diesel fuel, bid for paper, approve water line restoration project. We won't have anything for action items under 7 in buildings and grounds and safety as of now. Under employee relations, negotiations, transportations. Under food service, we're gonna ask you to approve breakfast and lunch prices, approve milk prices. Under personnel and curriculum, we're gonna ask you to approve the personnel agenda, approve tentative assignments, employee school physician and dentist, accept and file tentative official ratings, extend supplemental contracts, authorize the administration to fill vacancies, approve intersite agreement, approve educational tours, approve foreign exchange students, revise 23-24 school calendar, and actually we're gonna take that off because we don't have to actually revise that, so that won't be on there for next time. Under policy, public relations, legislative Title II, we're gonna ask you to continue the roll call procedures, continue bond coverage, approve attendance at conventions, authorize the administration to submit federal program applications, approve participation in the Drug-Free Schools and Communities Act, adopt Attachment A of IDEA B program narrative, appoint PSBA voting delegate, tentatively approve board policy. Under taxes, insurance, census, we're gonna ask you to set the millage rate, adopt a homestead and farmstead exclusion resolution, and adopt the tax resolutions. So it was a very busy meeting next month, but that's usually the case of the last meeting of the year. And then we do have a visitor signed up to speak. She's one of our employees, Lisa Popovich.
Lisa, please.
Lisa Popovich. My address is 5904 Claridge Export Road, VA 15632. And I appreciate first that y'all let me come and speak at the executive meeting, and I truly appreciate that because the backpack program, which Lauren Trail and I and Pat Blahovic co-coordinate, it's such an important program in our school district because 26% of our students are on the free and reduced lunch program that we have here. And as we know, prices are constantly increasing. We are seeing, all of us are seeing increases in cost of foods. And our backpack program is vital to helping the students, not only during the school year with the backpack program, taking backpacks home, and also we have families who do monthly boxes instead of the backpacks. And we continue to do our summer program boxes, which are so important. And I greatly appreciate the support, and Lauren and I and Pat, we want to thank the community for constantly supporting us, because all of the monies that we raise are from the community, from their donations, and we couldn't do it without them. Our numbers that we have that we're very, very appreciative for, the grand total of that we've collected since 2013 has been almost $176,000 for the backpack program. When the program began, it was we spent $3,800, but as every year we've seen increases. This past year we have 94 students on our backpack program. For the summer boxes, we have families who will come up and we have 3 filled boxes each month, and Airmark has been so gracious at donating foods that they have been able to get for us. They get us big 5-pound jars of peanut butter, and they have this through the summer where they've gotten us fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. They're helping us with our breads and everything, and we're just so grateful that this community has stepped up in so many ways to help us. Just this past month, the lacrosse team had a fundraiser, and they donated everything to us, and it was in the paper. And we have 5 boys who I think most of them football players, soccer players. They collect and raise money, and donate blankets every winter for our families. And we have families who will bring me a stack of gift cards, $10 gift cards, that we then distribute to the families. And everybody is so wonderful about supporting us. And we would just want to take this opportunity publicly and thank everyone in the Penn Trafford community for supporting us. And we thank the board and our administration. So thank you. Thank you very much for helping us to make this program possible for our community. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thanks, Ms.
kind words.
Popovich.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Adjournment.
Okay. Jennifer, great year this year, Jennifer, with your drama. Great year, Glenn. Please continue. Ms. Sempmeyer? Same. Okay, now I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Wait, there was no adjournment, because I shouldn't have called, because there was no roll call. Oh, I guess we'll still adjourn. I'm sorry. Motion by Dr. Klein, second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Matarazzo. Any question on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There will now be an executive session with the board and Dr. Harris and Mr. English.
Where at?
Right here.
Oh, good.